Your boys are back. What is up, Dolphin fans? We are back after a nice, well-needed vacation. I feel like Alan's the only one who really took a vacation. Man was all over the world. He was like Carmen Sandiego. But we are back. Real quick before we jump into it, go check out our Apple podcast and Spotify and wherever you can find us. We got a podcast out there. You go check it out and also hit the member button. If you want all these nice little perks that you see you get the custom emojis, monthly member messages, name in the outro, and access to member-only live chats. But we are back. We are here. How is everyone feeling? Vets are in the building.
The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town.
I wish we couldn't get copyright. I play it. So the pressers were today. We got 4 of the 5. Me and Omar were kind of talking about that before we went live. Supposed to get Minkah, didn't get Minkah, and we're not going to get Minkah today. TD, what do you feel about that?
Conspiracy theory coming right up.
Well, it's not a conspiracy theory. I remember I hinted to this. When me and Omar, we was talking about this last time, but we didn't think, and we still don't know what the deal is. Hopefully we find out tomorrow. Hopefully, he meets with you guys. But if not, then I think there is room for concern because we evaluated on the last show that his agent, if he was smart, will be in that front office talking about the future of his contractual situation. So is that a part of what's going on? We have no clue, but we will find out. But I think that's a real thing in Miami. Do they want to commit long term? Many would say yes, but I don't know. The way the Dolphins have been moving this offseason, it's almost like they're not trying to commit to anyone long term, including Zach Zeeler, potentially. Just saying, something to think about.
Alan, should we be worried about not hearing Minkah today, or is it just a he was busy type situation?
I don't know. I think it's fair to suggest that Minkah, through his agent, very much would like to see their contract revisited. Thing is, how much leverage does he have right now? He's under contract for the next 2 years. He just got no guaranteed money. It's not like he's underpaid because he's getting 15.5. And if you're the Dolphins, why wouldn't you not? And Minkah's coming off 2 less productive seasons for whatever reasons they were. My buddy in Pittsburgh just told me today, literally said did not have a good season last year. So right now, I don't know how much
he has leverage.
Sorry?
You don't think he has? You said you don't think he has leverage?
I don't think he has a ton of leverage right now.
I always feel like guys who have gotten at least one big bag always have leverage because they got a little in their pocket where they can, play the game if they need to, unless they managed it wrong. But, because if I've already received over $60 million, hey, I can try to play this out to get a more guaranteed bag versus being desperate. Oh, I don't have leverage. I need to take what I can now. You don't think that?
And the Dolphins can say, "Good for you. We're not touching your contract until you show us that you're still the old Minkah."
All right, I'll be sitting right here on the side, not doing press conferences.
Omar, what's your thoughts? And do you could probably lump Steeler in there as well? But Steeler, everyone showed up. Let me ask this:
Steelers a different story.
Omar, everyone showed up today, right? And what's your thoughts on Minkah?
I think everyone showed up. I don't have the confirmation on that. If you don't show up, it's a $50,000 a day fine.
Yeah.
Let's say you're Zach Zeeler. By the time you get to week 4, you're pretty much playing for free. So maybe not, but your salary's at least cut in substantial figures here. 5 practices a week, 50,000. That's $250,000 a week. You go 4 weeks, you're at $1 million. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're the math wizard. So the players don't have any leverage from that standpoint, so they can't skip it. But what they can do is they can hold in. They can show up, they can attend meetings, they just don't have to take the practice field. And that's everybody. Practice is pretty much optional for you if you're an NFL player. You're voluntarily walking onto a practice field.
If you have the juice.
If you have the juice, you have to have the juice to get the squeeze. Minkah is a former Pro Bowl player. He's an elite player. He's making $15.5 million this season. So he's not like a bargain. You know, the contract's real and serious. But if Minkah goes out there and steps onto the football field and tears an ACL on Thursday, his contract is going to be voided next year. And he'll basically be a free agent and probably have to take maybe 1/3 of what he was going to be compensated for. That's why players of his caliber do not take the practice field without guaranteed money in their contract. So that's the situation you're going to see with probably Zach Sealer. He's got 2 years left on his deal. Situation you're going to see with Minkah. He's got 2 years left on his deal. I don't know what's going to happen. Me personally, I actually believe that the Dolphins should not pay Minkah Fitzpatrick because they have not seen him on their practice field. Exactly. They have not seen him in Anthony Weaver's defense. They have not seen him be around the young players and see what kind of leader he is. Like, we know of Minkah from 6 years ago, but we don't know today's Minkah. And truthfully speaking, he hasn't said a single word. Now, he's a private guy. But one thing I do want to point out is that doing some research, I discovered all of his family's here in South Florida and have been for quite a while. His brother is a high school senior at St. Thomas, a Georgia commit, one of the best players in the state. His parents are here. He just had a baby. Clearly, he's moving. Clearly, he's trying to get closer to his family members. Everybody who's had a baby, you need the help. Who doesn't need the help?
Hometown discount.
What'd you say?
Hometown discount.
Yep.
Right.
Even less leverage because he wants to be here. Can I make 2 quick points real quickly?
Yep.
Big difference between Sealer and Minkah is Sealer is vastly underpaid. Minkah isn't. And point number 2, holdouts, which we practically never see. By the way, holdout is not a rookie contract. A rookie who doesn't show up without a contract because that's not a holdout. But we practically never see those. We've gotten 2 in the NFL this year. Trey Hendrickson. What the hell happened here? I just did
Happy birthday to you.
Trey Hendrickson and Terry McLaurin both technically didn't report.
Alan, and you're 100% right, because while you guys were talking, I looked up the rankings of strong safety contracts, and Minkah is top 3 in almost every category. Cap hit, number 3. Total cash, number 2. Contract value, number 2. Contract APY, number 2. Like he is top 3 in every category when it comes to safety. But he has
no guaranteed money.
Yeah, and those numbers are on the back end as those numbers escalate.
I agree with that. But the point, Alan, I'm agreeing with Alan, is that it's not like he's not this year going to get top dollar.
Well, I think
it's more about the structure of the contract than it is about the money when it comes to.
Here's the thing, gentlemen. If the Dolphins do decide to extend Minkah, it would benefit them because they have absolutely no cap space right now.
Yeah, 100%.
And extending Minkah would allow you to create necessary cap space to I haven't covered this team a single season where they haven't been at about $7 to $13 million in cap space right this minute. They have no emergency money. Now, I'm sure they're gonna figure out ways to create it and mechanisms that they can do. You could give Minkah his whole salary right now and a signing bonus, give him a base salary, and then you've got and extend his contract another 2 seasons. You got ridiculous money in terms of cap space.
Void years.
What'd you say?
Void years.
Oh, stop it with these damn irresponsible void years. He knows I absolutely hate void years because you're gonna have to pay the bill. You're gonna have to pay the bill.
Omar, even right now, I can't stand void years. I'm tired of using them. We're over $50 million in dead cap, and
it's so irresponsible. But they're getting their feelings when I start telling them that they're being irresponsible how they're doing business.
But here's the deal with Minkah getting extended. it'll save us money now, but it'll hurt the cap space for the next 2 years, and we're already negative 24 million next year. So we can keep talking about now, but here's the dilemma with the Miami Dolphins. What do they truly believe in the front office about this season?
Yeah.
And what do they believe about the head coach and the general manager? Because why would they handcuff a new GM and head coach if that's a potential of moving forward? And signing a Minkah Fitzpatrick on an extension could make it less appealing of a job, because right now the books are set up to have a really nice reset in 27. Really nice.
No, they can have a good reset in 26.
In 26 as well, but it's nothing like what I see in 27.
You dump Bradley Chubb, you dump Tyreek. You're a
Tyreek
cap
off the bat is 36 million. You get
but
him gone.
I mean, none of those things are like, let's play the season before we start talking about cap space in 2026.
But they have to think about it for the new general manager, though, right?
But I don't think this.
Oh, well, potential.
Sure. Chris Grier's planning all his moves.
What is the new general manager going to do if I mess this up?
Chris Grier is making every foot to the ground decision right now. He's
acting like he's going to be here till 2030.
What he said.
That's the way homeboy is doing business, and you can like it, you can hate it, it's whatever. He's clearly very confident. His check gonna clear one way or the other. So he's got guaranteed contract. He's got guaranteed money. He's probably gonna move into some desk job if he loses the GM power. It don't matter. He's acting like he's gonna be here, and you better come to terms with it.
Or he will be here. And Mike McDaniel is the one that's actually on the hot seat.
Unless they have a good season.
Which is all possible.
Well,
the moves they're making are not trending towards having a good season. As ESPN ranks as 24.
What moves have they made that says, oh, they're not having a good season?
What moves they made? Trading away Jonnu Smith. Well, you had to get rid of Ramsey.
They replaced with Darren Waller, who Alec Ingold said is going to be unbelievable.
Hey, no fans out there too. So I moving on from Jonnu isn't that big of a hit, to be honest.
Noah Fant. They did that to save cap space. He's still going to want some money, right?
By the way, I made the comment, the snide remark that, of course, Alec Ingold is going to sing the praises of his former Raiders teammate. Having said that, Darren Waller, when at his peak, was a hell of a player. Now, that was a while ago. I mean, a lot better, more dynamic player than Jonnu Smith ever was.
Hold on, Poupard.
Yes, Kelly.
I know Alec Ingold's going to put on a cape for all his teammates. But do you think he's going to say that much praise? He's like, I can't wait for you guys to see him and get to know him and get to talk to him. Like he's like, when do we see a offense where they're trying to throw to the tight end 15 times? I don't,
No. But Omar, how long have you been doing this?
18 years or something like that.
How often have you heard like glowing over the top praise from one teammate talking to another? Do you remember what was it, Preston Williams, why he was going to be a Pro Bowler?
Oh, Preston was balling though. Hold on, don't disrespect Preston. Preston was balling.
Hold on, he was having a solid camp as a rookie. Then X said
undrafted rookie.
Sure. Well, he was undrafted because he had off the field issues. And then X said that guy's going to be in the Pro Bowl one day, and all of a sudden, all the beat writers are writing future star Preston Williams.
Hold on. Don't act like he wasn't out there balling. Don't act like he wasn't.
Good as a rookie on a team that had booty cheeks at wide receiver.
Ellen's saying booty cheeks.
My word.
That's all right.
You should be flattered by that,
Yeah.
To say Omar's rubbing off on that.
Hey, always. Hey, listen, he balled. Don't before he got hurt, think about it. For an undrafted rookie to earn a starting spot early in the camp.
Okay, hold on. That's like saying for Tyreek to have the career he has as a 5th-round pick. Why was Tyreek a 5th-round pick? It wasn't because he wasn't.
Yes. He had off the field baggage. Yes, this kid had off the field baggage, but he was clearly talented before he got injured.
Yes.
And smoked his way out of the league.
But he wasn't a Pro Bowl player.
he could if he had his head on straight, he had ability. If he was better than Devontae Parker, can we at least put that in talent-wise?
I don't know.
When healthy, you never saw.
Maybe he could have matched him. Maybe that was his ceiling.
No,
he ran better routes than Devontae.
Yeah.
Devontae's second half of 2019 was better than anything we ever saw from Preston Williams.
I did not say that. When we had Preston injured, when he got injured, he was not the same player coming back. I don't know if he never rehabbed hard right enough. I mean, as committed enough. He wasn't really focused on football. Let's be real about it. The guy came into a press conference reeking of weed 5 minutes after practice.
No, it wasn't. Omar wasn't a press conference. It was just on the side, and it was you and I talking to him.
No. This was a press conference. He was at the podium, and we all smelled weed in the room.
Oh no! To me, it wasn't the
smell. No. This is you might not have been. This was like a Friday.
It's a different one.
And we were like, "Whoa!" Like, bro, you just got off the practice field.
He's
like
starting his weekend off early.
Omar catching contact.
The Dolphins also made a little move today that a little under the radar, but I love it. The signing of offensive lineman Daniel Brunskill, which is depth. And that's the thing, I think all of us have been talking about with the offensive line. We need depth. He could play guard and he could play center, and he has played tackle. TD, what's your thoughts on the signing of Brunskill? I like it. I think it's depth. I think it'll help good competition in camp. What's your thoughts?
Doug, you think he's making the team?
Yes.
Okay.
Why was he unemployed?
Why what?
Why was he unemployed at this point?
There's a lot of guys that are unemployed that are going to make teams.
How old is he, by the way? I didn't check that out.
I'll tell you.
Check that out for me if you can.
With McDaniel, which is impressive.
Yeah, here's my thing.
I saw him today. I just didn't know who he was. They were walking him through to do a physical. He looks
31.
31. Yeah. So I feel like we already have our starting O-line established.
Yeah.
I feel that way right now. Obviously Patrick Paul, the rookie Jonah Brewer, right guard, new addition. Hopefully he's healthy.
James Daniels.
And Austin Jackson. So Eichenberg got him a spot. And how many O-linemen do we usually go with? 8
or 9.
And they've been testing the water with 8 sometimes. So they haven't really gotten to that 9
Does
spot.
that look like a unit that can test the water with 8?
But they keep doing it, Omar.
That's the problem. Still making the roster.
No, not just last year. I think that's 2 years in a row they've gone with 8. So there's a lot of bodies. So you got to be very selective at the position. I know he has versatility, but I don't know. I think he's battling for a spot because they look like they just in love with Eichenberg. So
it's not they in love with Eichenberg. Nobody could beat Eichenberg out.
Looking at who's there, right? Because they like Smith. But like looking at who's there. Yeah, who's better than Brunskill as a backup right now? But
that's based on what they've proven. Clearly, there's a reason the guy's been out of work, whether it's medical. He's not the caliber of player who's like, yeah, I'm not doing OTAs. Holla at me when training camp opens. Like that's not who he is. like I can name you a lot of those guys. That's not who he is.
He's the flip side of it. When nothing else is there for you, I'm here now. Don't forget.
Yeah,
he's eating a sandwich, and they're like Brunskill. He's like, what?
I don't know. I have no idea. Other than he has a history with Mike McDaniel, I don't know how good he is. The bottom line is, why was he out of work?
Because he wasn't great last year, and you know who he's kind of like, Liam Eichenberg. And this could be. And by the way,
but he was good at one point. Liam Eichenberg wait, I made a promise. Hold on, I made a promise.
Oh, too late.
What promise did you make? No Liam Eichenberg slander.
And by the way, Doug, you say the Dolphins like Keon Smith. Based on their public comments, the Dolphins like everybody.
That's not true. They don't like Cam Smith. No, you have no public comments that can prove it.
Got a point.
But they, especially their offensive line, and the comment that you always hear is, "You should see the guys how hard they work." And I'm like, What? I work hard. You're going to put me on that guard on this offensive line? I mean, for Christ's sake.
You might do better than Liam. I might.
Stop it.
But
There shall be no Liam slander. Not till he graces the practice field. He's on the PUP. Let's have Liam take no strain.
Thank you. But my point is that the Keon Smith phenomenon is like, how many games has he played? How many snaps has he gotten? And why are we making this? No offense, but why are we making him like this lock to make the roster stud kind of guy? Mm-hmm. Andrew Myers, an interesting.
Likes him.
Why? Because he told us that he'd gotten calls to trade him. You should have pulled the trigger, Chris. I don't know what the offer was, but maybe you should have done that. Andrew Meyer, they got to keep him on the roster, don't they? Considering that they wasted a spot all of last. They wasted a spot all of last year when he was a rookie free agent, and they kept him on the 53 all year, and he basically didn't play. So, if it's a bad look, not that it should drive the decision, it's a hell of a bad look if they cut him this year.
Who cares? Who cares? They should all be in survival mode.
Yes.
Like get somebody who can play. If he can't play, remember the practice squad corner. You won't remember. You'll remember the practice squad cornerback. Practice squad center that they kept on the roster for forever from training camp. I believe it was Samoan. And then the minute they needed a center, they were like, wave the dude. They waved the dude and signed like 3 players. I'm like, why was he here? What are we doing this for?
And this guy's been one of the thing is, here's the problem with Miami with Daniel that scares me. It's the fact that we know that we're going to need him if he makes the team. Mm-hmm. That's just our history. We're going to need every single offensive lineman. He's going to be thrust into a game at some point. Mm-hmm. And he's been one of the worst run blocking linemen in his entire career.
Oh, James Daniels?
No, Daniel Brunskill. Who was just brought in. Oh, no, James Daniels. Are
you going off of PFF grades? Right. Is that what you're going off of?
No, well, I checked this PFF grade out earlier today. But outside of that, that's where he falls. At the end of the day,
2023. He had a good 2023 season.
He's a training
in run block.
In general,
really?
Why are we discussing a training camp body?
Wow.
Like when he gets on the field and he proves he can play or he can't play. Like right now, he's on the third line.
But
we all know what's going to happen. We saw with Jack Driscoll. We all know what's going to happen. He's going to get cut. He's going to go somewhere else. He's going to play.
Jack Driscoll wasn't bad.
You guys are haters. Exactly. You're haters.
Who was the other guy? He was cut and went to the Raiders. He had like a name I could not pronounce.
What position?
Guard. Flores cut him, and then he went to the Raiders.
I know who you're talking about. And he started for the Raiders.
Yeah, he's like a really good offensive lineman for the Raiders.
He's not really good. He's
like the best out there.
Starter. But yeah, I know who you're talking about. I can't remember. The name escapes me. It's going to drive Poupart crazy. It is
going to drive me crazy. You mean too well, Omar.
Yes.
Jermaine
Yeah.
What?
TD got it.
Who is it?
Jermaine Illuminor, however you say
it. Yes. That's exactly Illuminor. That's exactly. He had him with New England. He bounced around the league for forever, and then he became a starter. Yes.
Yep. Everyone's saying in the comment section. Yep.
Yeah. I beat you to it, Alan.
Hey, that's gonna be.
I'm proud. I'm proud of that
too. Listen. Y'all know I over hyperventilate about the offensive line every practice, every year. I'm absolutely obsessed about it. When they put pads on, we'll watch.
No photos of Omar Kelly sleeping during offensive line work.
No, it's only special teams I sleep.
Before we get to the donations, to my beat writers. I did a video talking about what they could expect for the next 4 to 5 days. From your perspective, right? Pads are what, Monday? I think the 28th is first day of pads. Because that's after the 5-day, and then they get the day
Well,
off.
Monday or
and-
Tuesday.
Something like that. It's like the 5th day of camp.
So what are you guys going to be there for the next 3 days to like see, like, what are they going to be doing? Is it like a lot of just walkthrough stuff for the next couple days?
Practice. Full
Yeah.
Oh, they're practicing?
full practices.
It's a regular practice, except they don't have any pads, and it's the contact.
Yeah, they won't have pads on, but they'll be in OTA stuff. They'll be in, shirts and skins.
Okay.
So then the pads come on. Then the whole gear comes on, and then we'll get to a scrimmage situation eventually. Then we'll get to a week of joint practices, and then we'll get to an exhibition game. Then we'll get to another week of joint practice and exhibition game, and in the meantime, we'll sign 15 players because of injuries, because that's what happens during training camp.
Debbie Downer over here. Holy moly.
Yeah, don't do that, Omar. We trying to win the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, I was a little surprised that they put Darren Waller on PUP. It makes sense from the standpoint, one, he's older, and they wanted to get away from the old man program, which clearly they had a lot of guys on last year. I think they only have like 2 guys eligible for the old man program this year.
What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
And- Huh?
Like,
What do you mean the old man program?
Would Hill be
When
considered?
you're 30, remember you get like a day off.
Oh,
I think
And that's
so.
something that comes
Here's
from
my
Shanahan.
question, right? Because with the whole culture change, is that out the window, or is McDaniel still going to really
That's
like?
a firm approach that comes from Mike Shanahan.
Okay.
Back in the Denver days. So Mike saw that. I wrote a story about this Mike saw that back when he was like a ball boy. And so I think it's partly ingrained in him.
yeah. How many 30s somethings do they even have on their roster?
Artie
much.
Burns is one. I just looked it up. Zach is going to turn 30.
Tyreek's 30, but
Yeah, Tyreek's 30. Tyreek's not going to work every day. Let's be real about that. And that's about it. And then this new offensive lineman, I think he's probably in the 30s.
31.
31, yeah.
Yeah, but he's
Daniel Brunskill.
And it goes right into what Devin said with the $5 donation. You guys surprised JP, Chubb, James Daniels, and I'll even throw Austin Jackson didn't end up on the pup to start training camp, because I am. I thought at least James Daniels, Jalen Phillips, and Austin Jackson would have started on the pup. Are you guys surprised that none of them have?
The only one of those that I thought was more likely than not to maybe be on pup was James Daniels. Chubb looked perfectly fine. Phillips looked fine. Austin Jackson, here's the thing, is he didn't practice the last practice and a half of the offseason program. We didn't know exactly what it was. For all we know, it could have been like a really minor.
Yeah, he said it was not related to the knee.
Correct.
So in other words, the Dolphins telling us the team is healthy.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, your pup
healthy,
players
baby.
are Liam Eichenberg, Darren Waller, and then they put Ifeatu Melifonwu on non-football injury lists. What is that? So do you know what's going on with Ifeatu? Is it just an off the field situation, or
no, guys on NFI very often just did get hurt training on their own away from the facility. So they get put on NFI instead of pup. And one concern with him,
he has injury history.
It may not be a big deal, but this is a guy who comes here with a lot of potential, but a history of always being hurt, and boom, he starts his first training camp here on NFI.
And I always said that the 2 safeties I thought was going to be Minkah and Ifeatu, because I think they matched well together, and then you have Ashton Davis is more of that nickel type guy.
Is going to be more of the nickel. I envision him more of a nickel, because I remember Dan Carpenter told me he's a pretty good nickel.
Dan Carpenter told you that?
Dan Campbell.
Oh,
my bad.
What kind of place kicker is he though? Sorry, Omar.
Glenn's been a member for 2 months. Love you, Glenn. He said, glad to see y'all back, excited for football. You could feel it.
Who said I'm excited? I always say this, and I think Poupart can relate to this. the first day of camp is like the first day of school, but then the lead up to it, it's like you have to report to jail and you're doing a bid. And like you try to fit in as much stuff as you can before you got to report to jail, because my life is accounted for up until like the second.
You are locked up for like 5-6 months.
Yeah, I'm doing like a 5-month bid. So
Man,
and I'm jet lagged on top of that. So
that's why Alan went to Japan. He's like, I gotta do something before I'm locked up.
I went to Busch Gardens last weekend with my kiddies.
Nice.
That's how I felt in 2019, man.
You know, you start to. That's why I always say players get arrested and have incidents because they just start going wild. Like there's usually a secret party at a booby trap, a report to camp. I did not.
It still happened. You didn't get the invite this time.
I didn't get the invite this year.
Man, hey, but one player is focused this offseason, not getting in any trouble. He's been working hard. He say he's gonna have 2,000 yards, and that. Listen,
you believe what Tyreek says?
He's found himself. No. You know what I will say though, Omar, because you brought this up weeks ago. You know, is he focused because of certain things, right? In his life. I think that he meant something when he said that. Because he said he told his dad or something that, or somebody that I just want to focus on football with no other distractions in my life. And maybe
until distraction.
I mean,
until he creates another distraction. you cannot believe a single word Tyreek said.
He was working, man. I'm believing in Tyreek. He a new man. He focused on the goal.
Week 1 in Indy, that man needs to Uber to the stadium. Uber it to the stadium.
Pass.
Well, I'm not even sure his story about his kid telling him that he was saying Justin Jefferson was his dad. I for all I know, that could have been a Tyreek story because it was funny.
I believe absolutely nothing Tyreek said.
No, man, y'all got to get a man a fresh chance, man.
Only thing I believe he said today was that he's going for 2,000 yards. I believe him when he says that.
I want to know. I would like to say to Tyreek, when did this all start to happen that you're going to go into your concentration? Because it wasn't too long ago you were live with Aiden and saying you were going to punch McDaniel in the face. So it's like, when did you really start focusing?
He had something. He did something social media wise on his live like 2 days ago, but now he's focused. Now
he's honing in, man. Cone of silence. If anyone knows what that is, cone of silence. It's honing in.
But
he said he's going to start showing up practice on time.
Oh,
he better.
Oh, I mean, is this the guy? Is that an admission that he was the one that was late?
Hey, it's his words come out his mouth. Derek,
all right. Well. Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Doug.
No, go ahead.
Listen. But that's my concern about the whole Darren Waller thing. We kind of talked about that. Oh, Darren Waller's going to be good this year or whatever it may be. I'm stuck in a hard place with that. I don't think he's going to be better than what Jonnu gave us, and not even close. For the simple reason is the tight end going off, or is Tyreek going for 2,000? That matters. Mm-hmm. Which one is it going to be, Mike McDaniel? What is your scheme going to encompass?
It's going to be dependent on the coverage.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Why do we keep talking about the
coverage? On him, it's going to be on Tyreek if he stays.
How many times during Hard Knocks was Mike McDaniel like, "Oh, we're let's get this to Tyreek right now. Let's go get a little Tyreek."
And TD, I don't believe. I could be wrong, but I don't believe we said that Darren Waller is going to completely ball out. Well, I think what we said is
he's going to be great.
Well, no, Omar said the same thing. Like, it's like that's his ceiling, because we don't know what he's going to be like a year away from.
He's achieved way more than Jonnu Smith.
You what?
No, I'm talking about Jonnu Smith's season last year. In this current system, it's going to depend on, are we trying to get Tyreek 2,000 or are we playing like we did last year?
Depends, because
Tyreek coming out saying I'm going after 2,000. To me, that's minimal tight end production.
That means crap.
Here's the question, though, and then we'll get to the donation. Did his not being productive last year? I feel like it was one of two things, or both things, with Tua getting hurt and his wrists being injured. I think if those two things didn't happen, I think, Jonnu might still have had a good season, but you might have seen Tyreek not have his worst season in his career. Things played a factor into that, and could again, you big fat ifs. I'm not knock on the block of wood. You never know.
Fortunately, I have the benefit. I am Poupard, and you guys, when you show up, I have the benefit to watch practice, so I'll be able to compute and have a better understanding. The one thing I will say about it is Tyreek is a ridiculous freak of an athlete, the best I've ever seen in my lifetime. When he is ready and committed and wants to practice, shoot, you don't want that. And that's why I'm like, you'll learn whether or not these cornerbacks can play or not. You will learn very quickly. Damn it.
It's Tyreek. He's like, appreciate you, Omar.
telling you who can play.
Yeah, you'll learn very quickly whether or not they could play, because they got to defend Tyreek Hill. Like, and they're going to be out there naked. They're not going to get help. So, and Ethan Bonner's probably the only one in that rotation that I can tell you can actually stick with Tyreek Hill.
Iron sharpens iron. We'll see. Derek Love with the $5 says, do teams not plan for needing to extend top players with the guaranteed money running out, knowing they won't practice?
How many players are we talking about, though? Per player,
it depends.
Per players like that, and Dolphins generally do plan for that. And then last year they extended some guys who didn't have their guaranteed money running out.
Dumb.
Every team has one or two of these situations. It's look. Do you want to be Cincinnati and Trey Hendrickson? Like,
and their first round pick,
and their draft pick. Yeah, they got issues. Look, you want to be Dallas? The owner's like, yeah, I ain't talking to the agent. Like, why I need to talk to Micah Parsons' agent? Like,
and didn't he like crap on Micah a little bit too? Like, didn't he say like, oh, we don't need him or something like that?
He also said I don't even know the agent's name or something. That's a great way to do negotiations.
Omar, you said that very casually. Every team has two situations like that.
Every team got one or two.
Yeah, they have one or two great, amazing players, but we be signing them and they still ain't proved nothing. They still in the
Tyreek kept proving himself. Jalen Ramsey had proven himself.
Talking about the big money. But go ahead.
I'm not gonna fall into your Tua trap.
Good job.
Why did you say Tua? That's the first time he even mentioned on the show. Why you bring it up?
You put that out there.
No, I'm talking about
Dolphins behavior
in general. This is what they do.
I was like, nope.
Yeah, and Omar just swam right into it and just took the bait.
Anyway, birthday salami with the tenor says Jalen Wright switched from 25 to 5. Much ado about nothing, or his ex riding back into town on his horse Omar. Because I know
I don't even know who it is.
UDFA talent, but this can't be the quarterback room going into the season. I think we could piggyback. No, I don't think X is coming back, but I think we could piggyback off that. When do you guys think they will sign another corner?
Couple of weeks into camp, if they realize what we have is just not going to cut it. And by the way, Dante Trader Jr. is number 25 now, so X is out of luck.
There you go. Also, we got 2 7s now. What are we doing with that?
When they cut to 53, there'll be numbers in the 80s. That'll be
gotcha. So that's fine as long as it's in. What happens when they're on the field together?
We got 2 7s. Who are they?
Jason Sanders and Taj Washington.
They'll never be on the field together.
All right. Hey, if it works, it works. Rafael with the $5 says, tank for Archie Manning, Nick Saban back to coaching in Miami.
You had me at first. You missed me with that Nick Saban.
There's no guarantee Archie's going to come out.
No, I think he's coming out in 2027 because the Mannings tend to stay in college for 4 years. So,
if Chris Grier goes and scouts him and say, "We're coming to get you," like he did in Alabama 6 years ago, it's a done deal. He'll come out.
If we're at the point of drafting a quarterback, Chris Grier is not scouting anybody. So
Man, Chris Grier's here to stay, bro.
Yeah, but just not as a GM. He'll be upstairs eating hot dogs, hiding like that one picture, just hiding against Tennessee. Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
I will never let that man live that down. We were getting mollywopped by such a bad team, and then they cut to him up in that booth, and he's just like,
that was just.
I do need that picture for Avatar.
I would have sent it to you. He's just like hiding there. He's like, do they see me? And then you look like he could probably just want to be like, oh man.
I forget what game it was. We were he was walking through with his crew. Man, that guy gave me a nasty look.
Really?
I was like, damn. Did I and I believe, I don't remember, because I kept, just for this panel here, every Sunday I kept writing a piece, kind of presenting my case and my argument for change is necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Look at what, I forget what it was that Sunday I wrote. Boy, I got the nastiest look ever, and I was just like, yeah, okay. I probably pushed it to the line that time.
Did that ever get awkward in the building?
They know we got a job to do. And
don't make it personal. You're fine.
Absolutely, don't make it personal.
Devin with another fiver says, my eyes will be glued to the young secondary. It's either put up or shut up for Cam Smith this year. And Chris Grier said that we're not holding your hand this year. So,
Omar, I want you to do me a favor, because I noticed something in the offseason program. I don't think I've ever mentioned it here, or maybe I haven't. Want to repeat it, and I want you to watch him tomorrow and then the days after and tell me if I'm wrong or if it has changed. But the body language on Cam Smith in the offseason program was bad. Like
Joe Shad clip too, of him saying he wouldn't change anything too.
I think that was my clip. Yeah. I tried not to share that, but
how dare you, Doug? That was Omar.
Credit the right person, Doug. The right person.
It was one of those answers where you're like, ooh,
yeah.
Wrong answer.
You're like, send. You did it to yourself, man.
No. I don't think I even put it out immediately. It was just like, listen, the talent is there. We saw when he was a rookie, the talent is there. He's immature, just didn't always do the right thing, didn't always study, wasn't always showing up on time, whatever. Need to learn how to be a pro, need to learn how to take care of his body. The talent is there. But it takes more than talent to be successful in this league. Unfortunately, that's just the reality of it.
Supposedly that's why people during that draft thought he'd be a first-round pick, and supposedly that's why he fell out of the first into the second, because of off the field stuff. And well, let's see if we can pull it together. Fair trade for 4x2 with fiver says Dolphins should trade for Trevon Diggs since he's beefing with Jerry and Stephen Jones.
Not happening.
Dolphins do have an open line of communication with Dallas, but that's not happening.
King Henny been a member for 2 months, said glad y'all back. We are happy to be back. Nice. Shadow Fate member for 2 months said glad the crew is back. Now time for September.
Yes, we have to go through all of August.
Yeah, we got it. August is bro. We got 8 days of July. Gonna be some brutal heat. Then we got August. You can't even imagine how long they're gonna be on that road trip from Chicago to Detroit. I had
back to back.
We had to split that thing because I couldn't be away for it was like 13 days.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't even pack for 13 days.
So in Detroit, because Chicago, they're only doing one joint in Chicago, so they're gonna practice on a separate field.
They're gonna practice on their own. So they're out there for
at their own location too, right?
Huh?
Yeah.
On their own location.
I don't know. I'll get there when I get there.
Gary Williams with the fiver said, I heard Minkah was sick. Is that the real reason he's not speaking to the media? That's the answer.
We'll find out tomorrow.
It's not
exactly.
an issue and it's not a story unless it's pushed back again tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
then all of a sudden
he's not on the field tomorrow.
He's not on the field.
Yeah. And if he doesn't talk, because clearly we want to talk to him. If he doesn't want to talk, then you don't want to, because you're gonna have to address.
Was he informed of this trade before it happened?
Yes.
So he agreed.
He knows he's fine, but he probably wants his money.
TD, what do you mean he agreed to it? Not like he had a choice.
I mean, he didn't have a choice, but sometimes they had a conversation, and I'm just curious if he felt good about it.
Yeah. He'd be happier with his money.
Correct, but I mean, he's leaving. It's kind of, if we're going to be honest about it, as it looks right now, it's kind of a downgrade.
It's like, man, y'all gearing up for the Super Bowl, and I'm the guy you said we don't need you here during that. That's tough.
He'll be fine. I think they weren't really comfortable in Pittsburgh in terms of, I believe the Steelers were trying to shake him down. It wasn't like, Minkah's our guy. We're in love with Minkah. It wasn't like that.
Well, then Minkah was like down on the totem pole on that defense because it's TJ Watt, it's Cameron Hayward, who are the two clear studs on that defense, and the guys.
Minkah was a spud too.
I didn't say that. But
that money to sign their guy.
If you ask anybody in Pittsburgh, and I talked to my guy in Pittsburgh, the guys on defense is TJ Watt and Cameron Hayward.
And you saw, as soon as they traded Minkah, they signed TJ because they got, somewhat of cap clarity, didn't they? Trading Minkah.
That Jalen Ramsey contract is man shaft.
And the Jonnu.
You know what? Let me say something about Jonnu Smith. Jonnu Smith signed a contract that gave him $12 million of new money, but ultimately he's at 2-year $8 million. He's at 2-year deals at $8 million a year. That ain't bad. I would have paid him $9. So I would say to you and to everybody on this Dolphins Collective, because you guys know how I rock.
Player rep. Sorry.
What'd you say?
Player rep. Sorry.
Yeah. They knew about Darren Waller. Don't play. Oh my God, I didn't know Jonnu got traded. Like,
Frank Smith was definitely talking to him. 100%.
Why did you hear about the Pittsburgh's interest a month before the trade happened?
On, off. Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
Omar. Well, I'll let you. And again, I don't have sources, but somebody close to a situation, I'll put it like that. I had received a message from somebody who always talked to me about some things that's very credible. And they were saying, hey, don't be surprised if people start accusing of tampering. Giants. This is exactly what was told to me, because they said that they had already been having those conversations.
A retired player, Darren Waller, can talk and have conversations with Frank Smith without any issues. And
being acquired by a team.
And I encourage everybody to read my column in the Miami Herald on Darren Waller, because he dropped a couple of hints that there might have been some regression from the things that he was basically saying, I couldn't be a fraud about what I'm out there preaching to people about. I had to get my life right. It's clear he was struggling with his sobriety. Yeah, and needed to step away from the game to get his life together and everything. I did have a question, because people who are on that walk, they generally know just how many days they've been sober. And I don't know, we're media. That's a personal struggle for everybody. If you don't want to put out your number, you don't have to put out your number. But, you go to these meetings, you say, hey, I'm Darren Waller. I've been sober for 283 days. Yeah, they greet him. Not that I've attended these meetings, but I have attended these meetings. It sounded like he was struggling with I think he said it. He was struggling with falling prey to the vices that had gotten him before. So if you're the Giants, one, factor this in, and I don't know this for certain. He abruptly retires from football, loses his passion, loses his love. Was he going to fail a drug test? Do you know?
Kind of a Ricky situation.
What or and I'm just thinking out loud here.
Yeah. I'm
Or
listening to your thoughts.
He's struggling and he doesn't want to fall back into drug use or alcohol abuse. He's going through a divorce too, depression. A lot of things was happening. And sobriety, from what I did in my research and wrote in the column, sobriety isn't just abstaining from alcohol, abstaining from drugs. It's also figuring out what's at the root of what's leading you to the alcohol and drugs and addressing that. And he's been very vocal about that's what he spent 2024 doing.
Interesting. Very interesting.
So if you're the Giants and you know that this player is dealing with that, and you know that he wants to come back, but he wants to be in this particular environment. He's come out and he said, the Giants was not a healthy environment for me. He said that on the record. So if you know that that's the situation he was facing before, and he's already a spokesman for substance abuse in the NFL, why would you want him to come back into that situation? You want the best for him, which is why I don't think you make a big deal about tampering. And I know Brian Dable. Brian ain't caring about that. That's over there. He worried about his quarterback.
And he even said when he's talking to Gruden, he was like, Frank Smith. Either you or Frank Smith. And
yeah,
led to one thing. Bruce Leroy, member for 2 months, said, hoping Grayson Murphy works out to add pass rush depth. So far, again, and we won't know, like Omar says, we won't know till the...
Sorry, Doug. There's something there with that dude.
Oh, yeah, 100%. But, you know, we won't know till the pads come on, but I keep hearing things about how he's eye-opening.
I don't know about eye-opening, but something there. He ain't Chris McCain. Don't do that, Poupard.
He's more serious than Chris McCain. He may not be the high-end athlete Chris McCain was. He's more serious than Chris McCain.
Thrilled with the $20 donation. Said, glad the boys are back. Love Alan and Omar, yin and yang, the style difference in their mentoring.
We have different style differences. We're
you do. The both of you. You have completely different style differences.
Thank goodness for that. I'm sorry, Omar.
You always gotta listen.
People don't realize we've been watching practice together for it's got to be longer than a decade. You're
like the odd couple.
Yeah,
who's
that's
the clean one and who's the messy one.
And you know how it started? Because we were literally the only people who were really paying attention. Which I hate to put that out there, but a lot of people don't pay attention to what's going on. So anyway, some people get their feelings about that, but I said what I said.
Jason Kirkland with another $20 donation said, hey guys, glad you're back, Alan and Omar. How hard is it to find hope for this season? The roster isn't good. Very, very few players who are top 10 at their position, and depth is awful.
I find a lot of hope,
Jason. There is no hope, Jason. Look forward to 2026. I kid. Go ahead, Omar.
I find a lot of hope for this season.
What's the slogan? They talk, we show, or something like that now.
I got one now.
Yeah. They talk, we do. Yeah.
Oh, we do. Okay.
I'm sorry. You were 8-9 playing 6.5 games without Tua with a crappy offensive line and nobody on defense.
That's 61-yard field goal away from beating Buffalo.
Nobody but Jalen Ramsey. Let me be more respectful.
And Zach Sealer.
Yeah, and Zach Sealer.
And Jordan Brooks.
Who? Okay.
Jordan Brooks.
Yeah,
the guy you said had the best linebacker season since Carlos Dansby.
He did have the best linebacker season, but did we expect that?
Kiko Alonso 2016. Sorry.
Oh, wow. You challenging me?
I am totally challenging you. Kiko Alonso had 3 picks, including a game-winning pick 6 against San Diego. Had fumble recoveries.
Such a good game.
Yeah, it was a great game. No, Jason, that kid. For me, here's your hope is the offense. If guys stay healthy, including Tua, obviously, the offense has the capability of doing good things, and enough good things to make a playoff push.
Do you remember the Kiko Alonso game where he went to the Ravens sideline instead of the Dolphins?
No, he got into a big beef with the Ravens over a hit on Joe Flacco.
That was such a cheap hit too.
I still think that hit was.
And you're right. You're right, Poupard.
I still don't think that hit was intentional.
Recoveries, 2 interceptions, 115 tackles. It's on par. It's up there.
I'll say this about that Kiko hit, because me and T just had a little side conversation. He launched his body, but Flacco also slid incredibly late, like incredibly late. But Kiko was like, "You don't slide, I'm killing you." So it was like,
people don't understand how fast them things are happening in real time. When a decision is made, you can't tell your body to stop. You know. No. So he starts sliding at the perfect time. Oh, I'm already committed. Ain't nothing I could do. You know, I just, and that happens often in the game too. Like, those hits. I don't think he could have controlled it, but personal
foul. If he didn't slide, I think Kiko would have broke one of his ribs, because Kiko was ready to light him up. But that Chargers game, I remember watching that when he picked off Phil Rivers. So happy. So happy.
Can I ask real quick what position you guys are looking at most in training camp? Like, what are you really, like, a main position focus? Because mine, the left side of the line. I'm just looking at Patrick Paul and Jonah. I really want to see what that does. So what about you guys?
To see where they line up Jonah, because is he going to play left guard, or is he going to be on the blind side of the right guard?
One, I can't tell you those things.
Yeah. Legally, yes. You signed an NDA.
until the fans get out there. And 2, James Daniels says it's really not settled. It's about where everybody feels the most comfortable, who works with who. I do believe they want to run power behind James Daniels and behind Austin Jackson.
Makes sense.
I do believe they want to run that power. And if you can run that power along with your outside zone, what?
When you want to pull the James?
No.
They're going to do what they've always done, is they're going to stretch it out, misdirection, eye candy, like that, like Damien, what he said.
But if you could get that power, if you could get that inside zone power, pair to the right side and pair it with the outside zone and keep people off balance, it could be magnificent if it works.
Yeah, we'll see. Cornerback for me, TD, to answer your question, easily.
Especially seeing them go up against our guys. That's what I really want to see, going up against Hill and Waddle. Iron sharpens iron. Let's see what we can get out of that.
Oh God, please no, Doug, do me a favor, please, no more iron sharpens iron, please.
Every day, I'm going to title every training camp video
Iron sharpens iron.
And it's going to be an image in the bottom right corner of every thumbnail of you as the blacksmith.
I get it though. That's like the most misleading, brushed off comment now. You know, you can say that about any training camp.
Next man up. We have a next man up in mentality here. On this.
Yeah, that one
next
too.
Man up sucks.
Adversity is an opportunity.
Oh God.
Yeah, that one.
I actually will be watching the running backs, because
that's a good one. Yeah,
that's an interesting little competition there. To see what that rotation is going to look like, who can be in the power rushing out, who's going to be short yards. Cornerbacks is going to be a survival thing to me, because there's no position that gets injured more than cornerbacks and wide receivers during training camp.
Yeah.
They run the most. So if I were them, if I were Mike McDaniels, I would give one guy a day off every single day, because those legs are, and you have no depth to begin with. Like, you better be wise about what you're doing there at cornerback. My favorite year that I learned the most was it was 2019. It was the Nick Needham becomes a starter season. And Poupard, you remember this?
Superstar.
Where superstar. Every day somebody different was starting at cornerback. Yep. And it was based on how you performed the previous day. And then all of a sudden, this guy, Nick Needham, who we have no idea who the hell he is, where he comes from, what he's about, he's starting for a couple of days, like as an undrafted rookie. And we're just like, okay, what's this all about? It was something that was earned. And Nick, and those are the players that I really love and respect. You guys know this.
Yeah.
The guys who keep what they kill, like Zach Sealer, like he earned every single thing that he got.
Mm-hmm.
Like he earned it. He killed it. And Nick Needham, his whole career until that injury, he earned every single thing that he got. Nobody gave him anything. And I want to see that from the Ethan Bonners and the Isaiah Johnsons and the Jason Maitreys and, you know.
Well, you're not going to see it from Jason Maitreys on IR. So
okay. Jason Marshall Jr. You know, even BJ at like, if you go out there and you play well, I want to see you get work with the ones.
And I'll recognize you even if you're an undrafted rookie free agent. Otherwise, I won't know your name. I want to take issue with one thing you said, though, because you said they have no depth at cornerback. And to me, it's the opposite. They have a ton of players.
That's all they have is depth.
They don't have frontline players.
No starters.
It's like they have a lot of interchangeable players. It's not like, other than Cater, who goes down at cornerback and you're like, oh, no, that's terrible. They couldn't afford this.
It is true.
That's cold, Boulevard.
It's cold, but is it wrong?
No, it's not. Like, yeah, you're right.
Sorry, all Dolphin cornerbacks. Don't hate me.
Chip Kincaid with the $20 donation said, Omar, have you given the Clips album the car listen yet?
Absolutely. You got to listen to albums in the car. Everybody knows that. I love the Clips album. Tyler, the Creator, who's probably my favorite artist right now, he gave the world a surprise album on Monday, just like here's an album. And yeah, Poupard loves Tyler, the Creator. And
I didn't even know who he was until probably I asked my daughter maybe a month ago.
Wow.
Listen, he's this weird kid. He's a weird grown man now, but he's probably the third biggest rap artist in the world. And if you don't believe me, go to his concerts. They're absolutely sold out. He's a one-man show, and it was 3 hours of the most entertaining concert that I'd ever seen. One man on one stage. That's it. Wow. And it was absolutely fire.
Omar, don't make us get your top three, man. Don't make us get your top three. Top three rappers, man.
Oh, top three all time?
Yeah.
I gotta go with Jay-Z, gotta go Biggie, and gotta go Tupac.
Oh man.
How come you're not asking Dougie and Uriah that question, TD?
Listen, you ain't know who Tyler was, so
by the way, since we're talking music,
you want to talk bands? We could talk bands.
Music, R.I.P. Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, R.I.P. That one came out of nowhere because
come on, the guy's been a fossil for like 5 years.
Well, here's the thing, and I said this to my wife before. This is what I said, because it's like you have a dog, right? And the dog's, you're like, this dog's gonna die in like a month, right? And then all of a sudden you come home from work 2 weeks later and he died. He just played his last show like 3 weeks ago.
In a wheelchair.
Farewell show.
I expected him. I didn't expect him to make Halloween, like, let's be honest, but I didn't expect it to be 3 weeks after. And you saw, if you went back and watched that, at one point he's yelling off the stage, let me stand up, let me effing stand up. They wouldn't let, and it's just sad. It came out of nowhere. I was sitting there, looking at the pressers with the players today, and boom, Ozzy's dead. I was like, holy crap, like, came out of nowhere. But yeah, R.I.P. Ozzy, all-time great.
He was one of the first he had one of the first reality shows on MTV. It was weird as hell.
It was funny. It was funny as hell.
It was so good. Sharon! It was so good. Birthday Slobby with the Fiver says, what's more likely, finding out what happened between McFlores and Ramsey, or Omar getting a Savanaya's pronounced right in one try?
That is good.
I know what happened.
Written, just so you know, I have it written here phonetically. Savanaya.
No, Doug. It's Savainaya, like Hawaii. He literally said
whatever.
It.
Savainaya.
Savainaya.
Omar been practicing that one.
No, I get it wrong all the time.
Oh man.
Glenn with the $50 donation. Glenn, geez Louise. I think Glenn is like our number one like supporter and
Glenn.
like
Very much appreciate
he said Collective has over 600 people watching now, 714.
Yeah, everybody hit the like button, please.
Let's help them out and hit the like button. We can get the numbers higher. I think what we're at like
that like button. Isn't that how you're supposed to say it?
not anymore. That's like a 2012 thing.
Hey, Doug, age me.
A little behind the time. Sorry.
300, we are at 325 likes. Be sure to hit that like button. Also, JD, the great one, gave 5 membership gifts. I will tell you to who: to Finn's Pose Podcast, Marcellus Temple, Adrian B, Bay Lake, and Sean. Shout out to you. Also, he's been a member. I'm going to sleep. He's been a member for 2 months. It's a great show. Thanks for sharing your thoughts with us. And Onwarn, been a member for 2 months, said, now terrified Cater and Fitz get injured.
Means no D. Yeah.
Let's positive vibes. But that is our show for today. You can check Omar Kelly. Other hand, Omar Kelly over at the Miami Herald, Alan Poupart over at Miami Dolphins on SI, TD Fins Talk on youtube.com/TD Fins Talk, and myself at youtube.com/WDorm.
If I could say one thing, hold
Go
on.
ahead.
I know that certain people are free down there. Some of us are behind the paywall. Hey man, bills got to get paid. I'm not cheap, and Miami Herald is offering a $1.99 subscription for the first 3 months. I know it's going to jack up after that, but you know what to do. And
I'll do my part here. It's worth it.
Yes,
Yeah,
100%.
Definitely is.
You can read me till October for $2. Come on, how like?
Listen, that's an easy give in. People need to make sure they go sign up, show love, show support. $6 for 3 months.
I think it's just $2.
$2.
It's $2 per month, right?
No,
$2 for the 3 months.
$1.99 for the whole 3 months.
Yep.
I think so. I'm not 100% sure.
Now it's worth it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It would have been worth it for 6, but that's not the end right there. So,
and then in the middle of the season, pow, it's gone.
You just got to re-up. You got to re-up.
Hey, is it worth re-upping in mid-October? Who knows?
Hey,
you got to find out. Go
October, we should be 8-2. Yeah, somewhere around there.
8-2 mid-October. Boy, I'm re-upping for real.
Hell yeah. Get all that good stuff. You, Barry, Isaiah. Also, don't forget, hey, if I'm shouting at your guys, Alan Poupart, Miami Dolphins on SI. You got some really good guys. Dante, love working with that man. You got some great stuff going on down there. So, and hey, TD's got the AFC Roundtable Sports. I'm just me. So if you like me,
we like you, Doug. We like you.
You do a show a reason too.
Hey, promote it, Doug. Promote it, because that's a fire show.
Yeah, we got something going on. It's in the works. We're still formulating it, so it's in the works. But we will see you guys.
Sorry, can I say that out loud?
Next Tuesday, right? We will be back.
Are we going twice a week now?
Oh, we're Thursday. We're 2 days.
Are we doing 2 days?
Yeah.
We back, baby.
Dog wouldn't go show up Thursday. We'd be like, where the league?
We back on the grind, Doug. It's training camp time.
Training camp is in.
We will see. Someone said up game, Doug. I'm busy. I got a second one on the way. I got a lot going on in my life. I got this show that I now run. So
nice.
We will see you guys Thursday at 7:30. But catch you later.